All right, so I believe that, okay, most of you is already in, so we have 4 more minutes. Okay, so for those who are in our session today, right? Okay, now let's take some of your stationery so you can bring in a pen, a notebook, or the paper. So later we can write down, all right, some of the questions over there and do some questions together. Okay, so let's prepare before our class started today. Okay, so if you all of you can see, right, today we are going to a hard questions. Okay, because we are going to do a calendar problem today. All right. So we have 6 minutes. Now is 6:56, right? We have 4 more minutes before our class started. Okay, so everyone get ready. So for those who are is ready for our session today, right? Type in 1. So I know that, oh, most of you are ready. All right. So you have your pencil ready, you have your paper ready. Then we will go through some questions today. Okay. So you can type in 1 in the chat box. So I know that, oh, you are ready. Okay. So for those who see me at the first time, do you know what's my name? If you know what's my name, you can type it inside the chat box as well so I can see it. Haha. So I can see that some of you, okay, already type in my name, right? Very good. So again, my name is Teacher Jason. So today, I'm going through with calendar problems with you all right? So this will be one of the hard topic that we have, all right, in our paper. So Teacher Jason gonna teach you some of the tricks of technique, okay, that you're gonna use a later time, okay, to solve some calendars problem, all right? But before we go into that, do remember, okay, prepare your stationery, bring your pencil, bring your eraser, and also get some paper that you can write on together with me later, right? So we have 2 more minutes, okay? So for those, okay, already prepared, you can type in 1. So I know that, haha, you are ready for our session today, right? Mm. So for those who still want to drink water before our class started, right? Okay, faster, faster. Go and get some water first before we start. If you need to go use a washroom, yes, faster, faster, go. We still have 2 more minutes before we start. Oops, give me a moment. Right. Haha, my screen turned off. Okay. Give me a while. Let Jason have a quick share again on the item. Give me a short one. Right. Okay. Okay, sorry, just now something turned on. Right, so now we are back. Teacher Jason's screen is back now. Okay, can everyone see my screen? All right, so I can see most of you can see my screen, right? So we are going to start very soon. So everyone get ready. Okay, let's get ready. We are going to start now. So again, right? Okay, today we are going through one of the hard topic, which is called calendar problem. So do anyone know what is calendar problem? If you know, do type in 1 in the chat box. If you don't know, put a 0 in the chat box. So I can see. So do you guys know what is calendar problem? Yeah, so I can see that most of you know what is calendar problem, right? Good job. So today, Teacher Jason will go through a short one with you guys. All right. So now let's start our lesson today. Okay. So first, I will going to do a quick introduction about myself first. So do you think this is me, Teacher Jason? Yes or no? All right. So actually, this is not Teacher Jason, right? This is my daughter, and this is me. Okay. So I'm Teacher Jason. All right. So I'm the teacher, K2 teacher, right? At Marine Parade. Okay, so if you want to see me, right, you can come down to Marine Parade and find me and you say, hi, Teacher Jason. Then I know, you see me in the YouTube before. All right. So now, Teacher Jason going to go to these questions. So first thing, we want to ask ourselves, what is calendar? I believe that all of you see this before, right? So this is a calendar. So inside the calendar, there will be a lot of numbers that we're going to see, right? So can anyone tell me what is this big number over here? So you can try to type in the chat box. What is this big number over here? Right, okay. This is represent the year. Very good. Okay, so you will see that in your calendar, you always have a big number like this that represent what year is that time, right? So can anyone tell me what is this year we are in now? What is the year of this year? Can you type in the chat box? I can see. What is the year this year? Is it 2023? Or right now we are in 2025, right? Okay, but in this calendar is 2030. Okay, so this is the calendar in the future. All right, then next, after that we know the year already, okay, what is all this? This come with a lot of medium number and small number, right? So let's look at the medium number together, all of this here. All right, so what do we call this? This is very good. This is a month. Okay, so you see all the small number here represent different months. All right. And now, teacher Jason have a question for you. How many months are there actually in a year? Can anyone tell me? Okay, I'll type in the chat box. How many months are there in total in a year? In total, they are 12 years altogether. All right. So 12 years, 12 months altogether. All right. So in the year, there will be 12 months. Okay, so within the calendar, we know that there's years, there's month, and what do we have next? Which is the smallest number over here, right? So the smallest number over here is represent the days. Okay, so it shows that each of the month, how many days are there, right? So you see each of the month, they have different numbers of days altogether. All right. Okay. So now, teacher Jason have a simple question for you guys. How many days are there actually in a week? Can anyone tell me? So I give you guys 3 seconds to type in the chat box. 3, 2, 1. Very good. So there are how many days in the weeks again? Remember, we are looking at days in the weeks, right? There will be 7 days in a week. So we do a quick count. It will be Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So in total, there will be 7 days in a week. All right. And it will keep repeats and repeats and repeats and repeats again. Okay. For the whole year. All right. So now it's a PK time. So which means you have to try out, okay, to answer the question over here. Okay. Are you guys ready? Let's go. Okay. Now, what is the month after March? A, B, C. So you type in your answer. You type your answer in the chat box so I can see. All right. A, B, C. So the most important word over here, after March. Right? So what is month after month? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It will be B. Very good. So I can see most of you giving an answer. The answer is B. Well done. All right. So the next one. What is the month before? Before August. So now we are looking the month before August. So we have A, September, B, October, C, July. So which one is the correct answer? So 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. So the answer is C, right? Which is July. The next, what is the month after? All right, after December. So as we know, December is the last month of the year, right? So after December, what is the month? Is it November? Is it B, January? Or is it C, October? Very good. So I can see that most of you get the correct answer, right? Which is B. Because after December, the new year will start again from January. Well done. Right? Okay, and now we are looking at the days. Okay, so what is the day after Wednesday? So the day after Wednesday. So after Wednesday ends already, it will goes to A Thursday, B Tuesday, C Friday. So which one? A, B, C, D. Very good. I can see most of you guys, all right, have the correct answer. So after Wednesday, it is Thursday. And now, last one. What is the day before Sunday? All right. So the important keywords is before. Oh, before, right? So before Sunday, which day is it? Is it Monday? Is it B Saturday? Or is it C Thursday? Yes, the day before Sunday is Saturday. Well done. Okay, so I can see that most of you did a great job, right? Okay, in finding the correct answer. Awesome. All right. So now we will see that the whole calendar, okay, we have different days in each month. So you see, January, oh, is 31st, then February, oh, and it's 28th, then March, and it's 31st, April, and it's 30. So, but how do I know each of the month and with how many days do we know? So if some of you have already learned before, right? This is some method that we have learned. So we call it a knuckle method. But how do we look at the knuckle methods? So we will always start to do the counting for the first month from one of the end, all right? So we can have January, February, March, April, May, June, July, then we go to August, September, October, November, December. So with all the knuckles up here, right, that we have, okay, it represent the big month. So you will see that all of them, okay, have a total numbers of 31 days. All right. You see all of them will have the numbers of 31 days. But how about the one that going in? Okay, we call it as a small month. So which mean like February, April, all right? So you just use another color. So we have February, April, June, September, November. These are the small months. And you realize that most of them have 30 days. And we have one very special month, which is February. So it will have 28 or 29 days. So teacher Jason, I'm going to ask you, how many days are there in July? Okay, can anyone type in the answer in the chat box so I can see? How many days are there in July? Aha, so you will see that there are 31 days in July. Right, so you see, when you know the knuckle methods, it will be much easier for you to find out how many days are there in total. All right, so now we are going to level up already. Are you guys ready? So before we go to level up, we do a quick summary. All right, so in a year, there will be total of 12 months. All right, so how many days are there in a week? It will be 7 days in a week. And if we want to know how many days are there in each month, we will use which method? We will use the knuckle method, all right, to help us find out how many days are there in each of the month, all right? So now we are going to level up already. Get ready, okay? So for level up, the question will be, today is 3rd August. How many days later will be 7 August? So more important, we want to know how many days later will be 7 August. So for some of you, if it's new to calendar problem, right, what we can think of, okay, we can find out when is the start date and when is the end date. Okay, so we start with 3rd. After that, it will be 4th. The next day will be on 5th. Then after that, we will end at 6th. Then end with 7. All right. So how do we count the numbers of days? Actually, we'll see one arrow to the next day. This is called as one day. All right. This is one day. Then next, we have 2 days. After that, 3 days. And after that, 4 days. So we know that, okay, Today is 3rd August. 4 days later will be 7 August. All right. So our answer will be 4 days. Okay. But is there any way that we can do faster? Is there any way we can do faster? If some of you already learned the method, right? Actually, we have a small tricks to do this faster, whereby we can actually use the end day minus the start day to find out how many days later is the day we're looking for. All right, so let's test it out. So when is the end date? The end date will be on 7, right? And the start date will be 3. So if I want to find out how many days later I can think it will be very simple. 7 minus 3, which is equals to 4. So you will see that you will get the exact same answer, and this time round, you do it much faster. All right. So do remember, if you want to find how many days later, what should we do? We will use end date minus start date, and we can get the answer directly. All right. So I can see that most of you already get the level up done, right? Okay. Now let's go for the next questions. Okay. So now this question is actually in our sample paper for question 17. Okay. So the question is, today is 5th August 2025. We want to know how many days later is 18 August 2025. So just now, we already learned the method, right? If we want to find it faster, what should we do? Okay, we want to find how many days later. We can straight away use the end date minus the start date. So we know that how many days later it will be. Okay, so I will give you guys 5 seconds, 10 seconds to try it out now. All right, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. So now when you have your answer ready, type in the chat box. So I want to see, have you guys got the correct answer? So I start seeing people give me the correct answer already. Good job. Okay, so it'll be very simple, right? So the day will be 18 minus 5, which is equals to how much? Right, the correct answer will be 13. Awesome. So we know that, okay, 13 days later, it will be 18 August. Good job. All right. Since that you guys are doing it so fast, right? Teacher Jason going to give you guys level up again to try harder questions. So are you guys ready? If you're ready, press 1. So I see how many ones are there. Oh, I can see there are a lot of you, okay, ready to take in the challenge, okay? But before we go in that, let's do a quick summary, okay? So if we want to find how many days later, what we do again, we will use the end date minus the start date. Well done. All right? So now, let's go for our challenge. Okay, for these challenge questions, we know that teacher Zian has started her holiday on 9 August and she go back to work on 12 August. So we want to know how many days is her holiday. Alright, so first thing, okay, for this part, we also do the same thing, right? We will find out when is the start date and when is the end date. So we know that she started holiday on 9 and end with 12, right? So the holiday is on 9, 10, and 11. Why there's no 12? Because she already go back to work, right? On 12. So it will be only 3 days. So we'll make a quick count over here. We know that in total, this will be 3 days. But is there any way for us to count quickly? Yes, right? Because if we want to do a way to count quickly, we can simply use the total number of days. Actually, is equal to the end date minus the start date plus 1. Alright, so let's take a try. So if we only just using, okay, the end date, which is 11 minus 9, how many days we get? We only get 2 days, right? But actually she went for 1, 2, 3 in total. That's why if we just minus it off, right, we will take out this day as well, but we need to include it. That's why if we want to add back the first day together, we will need to plus 1. Okay, so what we get back over here, okay, 11 minus 9 equals to 2, 2 plus 1 equals to 3. So you will see that the final answer we get is still the same, 3 days also. Alright, okay, so for these kind of questions, do remember, okay, we will be able to use the formula, which is the end date minus the start date plus 1, and we will add it together. Alright? Okay, so if you want to find the numbers of days faster, what can we do again? The total number of days is actually the end date minus the start date plus 1. Okay, so now we have a challenge. Now the challenge, we have Daniel over here, who is a reader. So Daniel is reading what? Which novel? He's reading Harry Potter. And he starts on which date? 20th August, and finish reading on 29th August. So we want to know how many days in total did Daniel take to complete the book. Okay, so if we want to find, okay, the total number of days again, what should we do? We will use the end date minus the start date plus 1. All right, so the end date again will be 29 minus the start date will be 20th. After that, plus 1. So how many days in total? So 29 minus 20 equals to, then plus 1 equals to, good job. So the total numbers of days will be 10 days. All right? So you see, when you know this method already, right, is it much easier for you to count how many days in total? Right? It will be much easier, right? Good job. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, okay, is the last challenge question we have for today. Okay, so this one, okay, is from our sample paper 3, question 19. Now, before we go in, let's read the questions first. Okay, so the question says that the school holiday starts on May 22nd and is end on July 11th. Okay, within the same year. So we want to know how many days are there in the school holidays. All right. So first thing you will see that is with May and July. But any month is actually in between of them. Can anyone answer me in the chat box? What is the month in between May and July? It will be June, right? Okay, in between May and July, it will be June. So we need to consider the days within June as well. All right. So first thing, we ask ourselves, how many days are there actually in May? Okay. So we see that for May, just now we used the knuckle methods already, right? So within May, there will be 31 days. Then after that, in June, how many days in total? Use your knuckle again. June will be the small month, right? So it will be 30 days. All right. And July, how many days in total, everyone? July, the total numbers of days will be 31 days. So do remember, if you're not sure, you can use your knuckle to help you to find the total number of days. Okay, so now the thing we're gonna ask ourselves from May 22nd, okay, because May 22nd is the first day, right? May 22nd, oh, sorry, May 22nd to 31st. How many days are there? So we will use the end date minus the start date plus 1, okay? So it will be 31 minus 22 plus 1. So how many days are there from 22nd to 31st? So I give you guys 5 seconds to try. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so it will be 10 days over here. Okay, the next one for June. So we know that June is the whole month, right? So for June, for the whole month, we know that 1st June to 30th June in total. We can use the same method again. End date minus the first day plus 1. So we know that June in total, there will be 30 days. This one is easy peasy, right? And last one, okay, we have July, 1st July to 11 July. So how many days are there in total? So the last date will be, end date will be 11 minus 1 plus 1. So we know that in total over here, there will be 11 days. So I want to find all the days, okay, the total numbers of days from 22nd May to 11 July. We just need to add up all together. So we have 10 plus 30 plus 11, right? So the total numbers of days will be, okay, you can type in your answer. How many days? Will be 50. Oops. Oh, they will pop up already. Okay, actually, this will be 51 days altogether. Oh, so you can ignore the big one. Okay, so we know that in total, there will be 51 days altogether. Okay, so do remember, okay, we calculate the total number of months. Okay, we check in on May. How many days are there? Okay, May again will be 31 day again. After that, June, okay, will be 30 days. All right. And lastly, okay, because for July, we not go until the end of the month, right? So we can just until 11. And we use the formula to help us to find the total number of days and add it up all together. All right. So now for a quick summary for our class today, right? Okay, so first thing, we already know how many months are there in a year? It will be 12 months in a year. So how many days in a week? Will be 7 days in a week. And which method we use to see how many days in a month? We will use the knuckle method. All right. And next, if we want to find days later, what should we do? We will use the end date minus the start date. All right. And we want to find the total number of days. What should we do? Okay, we will use the end date minus the start date plus 1. Okay, so these are all the session we're going to today. All right, so I see you guys next time. So if you guys have any question, do feel free, okay, to ask in the group. So Teacher Jason, Teacher Mingjie, Teacher Zhe will be more than happy to help. All right, so see you guys next time. Bye. Bye-bye.